Hey, welcome to this radio video, and today we're going to have a little website that I enjoy using a lot. We're going to talk about this website called DXwatch.com. If you enjoy listening to amateur radio operators, if you enjoy listening to ham radio around the world, or maybe you are an amateur radio operator and want to DX or know what's on the air, DXwatch.com is a great website. I use it all the time. Every time I tune the bands, the amateur radio bands, I will, of course, go to DXwatch.com, check for special DX. What's nice about this website is the fact that it gives you a pretty much real-time list of stations that people hear, and they will log and they will appear here on DXwatch.com. Of course, you need to enter that log for it to work, but it's really cool because it gives you a list that updates quite often, every few seconds or every few minutes. And it gives you the first column is the station that reported the DX, and the DX column is the station that first station communicated with. So it's really nice. And what's interesting, and the way I use it, because the thing is, it's really nice to know that, for example, here Mozambique is on this frequency, but there's a problem. It might not be audible in your part of the world. So what you need to do is, and this is what I do, is take stations that are close to you. So for example, I know that W1s, K1s, W2, 3, are quite close to the Montreal area in the Northeast United States. Or if I see some VE stations, VE2 is province of Quebec, I know that these stations close to me heard DX. So what I'll do is check the list and check for stations that are close to me. So for example, here I check out, well, there's a W7. I would, you can check that out. Any stations that are close to you. So you have to know what's the call signs in your area or your country. For example, if you're in Italy, for example, you know that all I stations, for example here, IZ7, an I station is pretty much from Italy. So if you're Italian, you know that all the Italian stations that log DX, you have a good chance of hearing them. But I also use the frequency. So for example, even though here it's mostly Europeans that seems to hear Mozambique, I will still try it because I know that 18104, 18105 is a frequency that could propagate from Africa to Montreal at this time of day. And this is with experience. But it doesn't mean I'm going to hear it. But of course, I will try it for sure. So for example, now you don't see it, but I'm tuning around to see if I can hear something. I don't seem to hear anything, but you never know. I'll leave it on frequency a little bit. Well, so that's so on. For example, here a United States station, WB5, here's a Brazilian station on 24921. That's, in the general vicinity, since Brazil has to transmit northward to go to the United States. I'm taking a guess. I'm saying, well, this one might be audible here, and I'll try it out. So use these stations and try to log them. Of course, like I said, try to get stations that are close to you and that have DX'd other stations. If you can't, try to check for frequencies at least that have a chance of propagating up to you. And since this is updated very often, you'll have all these new stations. What I like about this website also is if you don't know by heart where these stations are, what's the country, you have these little flags. But more than that, you can just put that little arrow that becomes a hand, and you see here it tells you it's from Spain, and It gives you sunrise and sunset time, so you have an idea if can I DX this or not. It's really, really, really nice. This is a great website if you want to DX and hear different stations all around the world on amateur radio bands. Very well made and so easy to understand. DXwatch.com. Another thing that's cool is I also use it in a reverse order. For example, if I tune a station on an amateur radio band and I don't hear the call sign for a while, because some stations have the really bad habit of not giving out their call signs for, very long periods of times. I've heard stations that didn't give out their call signs for 20 or 30 minutes. You often want to know where that station is from, so what you can do is when there's a DX station and you see that there's a pileup on the band, you can go here and try to find that station on the list. You can also search for that station on the upper right corner of the website. You have at all times the very nice here solar sunspot number, solar flux, and the A and K indices, which gives you an idea of the current conditions of propagation. So it's really nice. This is a great website to DX amateur stations. Why not try it out? And maybe you'll hear stations from countries you've never heard before thanks to this website. I've actually heard a lot of stations from countries I had never heard thanks to DXwatch.com. So hope you enjoy this website. Go and take a peek at the website www.dxwatch.com. Very nice website for amateur radio logging, and also if you are a ham radio operator, great website to see what DX is available on the ham bands. So if you enjoy our videos, well, why not subscribe, and you'll be able to know when we have new videos online. And hey, hope you enjoy the videos. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you again on this radio channel. Bye-bye.